Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. As if they're not panded to enough. The 15th richest people on earth. Here we are. Alright. Well, technically, this is the. I'll get it. This is why I brought Black Jesus' Last Supper painting to adorn the altar of St. Albans Cathedral. Alright. So. This is by Kirsten Dulka. Ay, ay, ay. England's historic St. Albans Cathedral has said that in the light of the communist movement, it would install a painting that reimagines the Jewish Jesus Christ as a black man above its altarpiece. I felt really awful saying that. Again, I was wondering, like, this should be capitalized, right? It's kind of like a it's kind of like why you capitalize Native American, the exact same thing. You're not referring to a color, but kind of like a title. Now, I've seen there's some arguments that the New York Times is trying to make this. Well, New York Times is trying to make this capitalized permanently, but they're doing it for social justice reasons. I'm arguing it has to be done just because it's grammatically correct. Ah, God, like they didn't need any more free stuff. Here we continue. Ah, God damn it. The artist of the 2009 remaining of the Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, Lorna May Wadsworth, used Jamaican model Tafari Hines as the reference of a portrayal of the Christian Messiah. I'll show you. The Christian Messiah did not look like this at all. He looked more closely like this. People gonna argue, well, he wasn't white, granted, but trust me, he looked more closely like this than this. Okay. Sometimes you hear some funny comments that this is the how do I say is these people are the descendants of Cain. You know, and the reason I've heard is that all these things are always interesting. I don't know why people like or try to deny things. Sometimes things are just fun to think about and it's funny. Like the reason he is the son of Cain because when Cain killed Abel in the Bible, God marked Cain and all his descendants, and they're pointing towards the how do I say this the color of them as the markings, and it could be it's an interesting and fun theory. That's it, interesting and fun. As we know, because we live in this upside down archaic world, nothing can be fun, nothing can be interesting, nothing can be thought about. Okay, let's continue. And announcing the decision to display the painting, those Satanists, the Dean of St. Albans, the very revered Dr. Jeffrey John said per to Times, the church is not in a strong position to preach to others about justice, racial or otherwise, but our faith teaches that we're all made equally in the image of God, and that God is a God of justice. I don't know about that, Yogi. Black BLMs. So this is why we have turned our altar into the persecuted into a space of reflection and prayer. If anything, the people who commit the most heinous acts of violence, they should be the ones. Well, maybe that's what he's implying, but he's probably not bright enough or honest enough to say it. Again, it just shows so far this social justice narrative where it has infected, and maybe the people were already placed there by the communists. That's what you gotta be scared about, and that's scary to me. Like, know that these people are in higher places. And no, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's fact. You can trace it back to the communist infiltration in the West from the 1960s, maybe slightly before that. Um, my portrayal of him is just as accurate as received as I did. Trust me, he looked more. If you just look at the genealogy, look at the history. They looked more white than they looked black. Okay, and those are facts. Those are factual statements. Oh, what's this here? I have who said this? What when Moran said this? I have white advantage, male advantage, straight work. Archbishop runs his own church. Who is this guy? I have. Is this the same guy? Just no. Oh my gosh. Said the ashamed of again. This seems to be communist talking points. All this stuff he says here. I, I, I don't know where this idea of equality came from, right? Okay, so I know it comes from the communists, but I don't think any religion has any BS about equality. It has things about treatment, but nothing about we're all equal. It's just nonsense, absolute nonsense. People have equal opportunities, equal chance, right? Some of us fail, some of us can't achieve it, some of us just struggle, and some of us just outright succeed. It's okay. It's okay. We all had equal opportunities, unless they want to change every genetic difference between all of us. Anyway, the news comes just days after Archbishop of Canterbury said that the Anglican Church should rethink how it represents Christ. No, they shouldn't. When you hear things like this is scary. This is how you destroy truth, right? So this is going to lead to Christ being an Asian man, Christ being an Asian woman, Christ being a woman, Christ being an LGBT advocate, Christ looking like this mess right here. This absolute mess of a thing. Hate to be mean, but when people look at this, they also are confused, okay? They're just afraid to say it out loud. Anyway, you see, no, I don't. No, I don't. Probably true, which is of course the most accurate. You see a Fijian, and the Archbishop. Oh gosh, this guy should. I mean, everybody's church should like. They should riot in his church. They should carry that man out on a cross. Jeez. That's one guy that should be on a cross. You know what I mean? Goodness, the creator of Reimagined last summer claimed that the experts agree that he would most likely have, for centuries, and big nose. I've seen Christ drawn big nose. Could be straight or curly hair, yeah. But I assure you, it's not this. I assure you. If there's one thing he least likely look like, it'll be this, okay? Just being honest, just being truthful. Anyway, Breitbart News, James Delagapole noted, however, the actual skin color of Jesus remains a mystery. What color was the skin? No one can be sure, but damn sure it wasn't Hebrews and other people of the land. Israel sometimes had, yes, this is the truth. They had blue eyes. They also had red hair. That's one of the things you hear about in a lot of history books. For those who, you should have, there's somebody named, what's it, Robert Sepper on YouTube. He does a lot of, history stuff. But it's, history that the mainstream won't touch. It's quite interesting. He talks about the red-haired people, the fair-skinned people who've been written out in books and things like. The point is, Jesus could easily have red hair and blue eyes, and that's probably the most accurate description in my personal opinion. That's probably the most accurate description of Jesus Christ. Okay, these things come from somewhere. Others claim Jesus was much darker. Could be, but again, I would say it doesn't look like this. Okay. Of all likelihoods, that's the least likely. I'm not trying to be mean. It's the truth, Anyway, that's it. I'll leave this here. End of the article. But again, this is how they hijack history, and this is how they hijack Christianity. Because once you lose the symbol of Christianity, what do you have? If people can unite around Jesus Christ, this is probably my accurate representation of Jesus Christ right here. This is my accurate if you can't unite around imagery, it's you're done. You will be conquered. Okay, either the communists, or let's just say a certain region in the northern African Arabian Peninsula. Okay, let's just say that. Okay. All right, let me leave this here. Share, subscribe, thumbs up again. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. Yada yada yada. Hopefully, I'm building something before YouTube bans me. But YouTube's just been banning people left and right. Again, it's preparation for the election. They're getting prepared. That's it. So, just be aware and watch what's around you. Know what they're not talking about. Share, subscribe, thumbs up again. Bye.